Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm loving the enthusiasm. I know you're getting to know your neighbor, and it's such lovely conversations. We're going to go ahead and get started with our lunch program. So I want to welcome you to the Utah Conference on Undergraduate Research. The mission of the Utah Conference on Undergraduate Research is to promote undergraduate research, scholarship, and creative activity done with mentorship of a faculty member or others through an annual conference. The first UCUR was organized here at the University of Utah, then again in 2016. We are honored to host the 2023 UCUR at the University of Utah. My name is Dr. Annie Isabel Fukushima, and I'm the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Studies and the Director of the Office of Undergraduate Research here at the University of Utah. I also have the privilege of serving as the 2023 UCUR co-chair. I am joined by my colleagues in undergraduate studies, and I'd like them to just raise their hands or peek up so folks can see them. So my co-chairs are Cindy Greaves, there we go, Program Manager of Office of Undergraduate Research, and Megan Shanahan, the Academic Program Manager. UCUR is a partnership of yes, please. Yes. Thank you. So UCUR is a partnership of institutions across the state of Utah. And I would like to thank my statewide partners. We are joined by folks, and you are welcome to cheer on if this is your institution. It is not a competition. We recognize we're all different sizes. And so we are joined here by Brigham Young University folks. Yeah. Salt Lake Community College. Snow College. Yes. Southern Utah University. Utah State University. Utah Tech University. Utah Valley University. Weber State University. Westminster. Yeah. And actually, we even have high school students here, so let's cheer them on too. And let's not forget University of Utah students. Okay, that should have been the loudest, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. Well, I want to also take a moment to say that UCUR exemplifies the role of higher education as a public good. And as conveyed by Owen Smith, teaching graduates in a research environment is good for the development of knowledge because students help to make our campuses better anchors and better hubs. They become ambassadors of our institutions, and research fosters meaningful connections, experiences, and opportunities for students. Today's effort shows the best of undergraduate research across the state, and it is a collective effort. Not only are our statewide partners central to the statewide event to feature the best of cutting-edge research in undergraduate studies across the state, here at the U, many individuals were involved in making UCUR at the U possible. We had over 200 people who volunteered their time to support today's events. They helped with food setup, from venue setup, to breaking down things which eventually will happen, moderators, registration support, among other many roles that we are very grateful for. And our sponsors are also here. And I realize I put up the wrong slides, and that's okay. We can always edit this for the video footage. But one thing I do want to say is we are very grateful for our conference sponsors. In particular, if you represent this office, you're welcome to cheer them on, raise your hand so people know who you are. We receive the support of Undergraduate Studies at the University of Utah. Yes, thank you. The Office of Undergraduate Research. It's my office, yes. Vice President for Research. There we go. College of Mines and Earth Sciences. The Graduate School. The Marriott Library. Utah Museum of Fine Arts. And these were our institutional partners. So I want to thank everybody and say that without further ado, we are now going to go ahead and get our program started. And if I don't have my speakers' names, just give me a second. Yeah, wrong slide. I'm going to go ahead and Put up a different slide that's festive. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to invite up our first speaker. We are joined by Provost Mitzi Montoya. Dr. Montoya joins the University of Utah as the new Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Throughout her career, she has supported student and faculty success, enhanced entrepreneurial ecosystems, and led collaborative initiatives to find solutions for social, technical, and political challenges. As Provost, Dr. Montoya seeks to inspire students, faculty, and staff, lead innovation efforts, and help the U become a top 10 public university, which is unsurpassed societal impact. Please welcome Dr. Mitzi Montoya.
Hello, everyone. Who's happy to be here doing research? Good. Thank you. It's really exciting to see all of you here. This day is about celebrating you and all of your accomplishments. I hope you take time to meet folks from other universities, your peers, while you're here. This is what the power of research is all about, and collaboration. So thank you to our organizers for putting this day on for us. And thank you for the great lunch for our service providers today. We appreciate you feeding us so we can continue the life of the mind while we're here. I've had fascinating conversations in 4 short minutes that I had with folks that stopped by our table. I've learned about a butterfly species that is in decline due to climate change. I've learned about the value of essential oils, which shall remain nameless because of the potential intellectual property that fight bacterial growth. I had a chance to talk with a student about his project focused on ethics and AI and artificial intelligence, which we all know to be incredibly important. I just joined the U in January, and I will tell you that I've been at a university for the vast majority of my professional career because I absolutely love the fascinating people that I get to meet and the problems that you all work on. I was first exposed to research in my first job as an engineering co-op, and I had the chance to work in a structural lab with a bunch of research scientists, and it prompted me to come back to school and to continue my education, complete my engineering degree, and go on to graduate school. It was an incredibly exciting, really world-changing experience for me to see that you could ask questions, make mistakes, be curious, and that's what you all represent. So I want to commend you on your curiosity, and I hope that the process that you went through was messy, because that's half the lesson. I love the opportunity to learn from what you're doing, and I would ask that all you students here take a moment and join me in thanking your mentors, and I would ask your mentors to please stand. If we have any faculty mentors here, please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for inspiring future inventors, future leaders. It's my hope that some of you become the future inventors like those that have left this great university. And some of you may know that at the U, John Warnock started in a computer science lab, and he later helped found Adobe and invented PDF. Pixar president and alum Ed Catmull melded his love of art and computer science in the same graduate lab as Warnock. I hope you know that Dr. Jarvik created the world's first permanent artificial heart at the U, which is just phenomenal and obviously literally changing lives. You have no idea where your work might lead, and I hope that you continue pulling that thread of your curiosity and asking questions, and you never know where it might lead. Maybe someone will be standing here talking about you in the future and the great change and in the world, in technology and society and policy that you may have created. So I ask one last thing before you go, which is I ask you to pay it forward. So folks at your university helped you navigate this path where you are today. And I ask that you take the time to teach someone else in the future, and future might be tomorrow, but pay it forward and give back to those mentors who are teaching you the process of research and celebrating your work today. So thank you. Enjoy your time here at the U, and we hope to see you back, perhaps for graduate school. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Montoya. I'd now like to introduce to you Dr. Jacob Jensen, who currently serves as the Associate Vice President for Research and Professor of Communication in the College of Humanities. The VPR's office has been a vital partner to undergraduate studies at the U, so please welcome AVP Jake Jensen.
Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm Jake. I'm the Associate Vice President for Research, and I'm super excited to see all the different Utah universities here. It's wonderful to have all of you with us. I know in sporting events, we often compete, but in research, we collaborate. That's the essence of research. It's a very social activity. And what will happen in this state from a research standpoint will hinge greatly on all of the schools represented here. Think about what an exciting time this is for research. 30 days ago, an artificial intelligence entity argued that it had found the root cause of Alzheimer's disease. Now, what makes that amazing isn't just that a non-human identified the root cause of Alzheimer's disease, but that wasn't even the task that it was given. It found that root cause while it was working on something else. And that's why whenever you hear me talk, you're going to get tired of hearing me say that the next 100 years is probably the most important 100 years in human history. It's a bold statement because the last century gave rise to the car and the plane and the computer and many other things. But artificial intelligence alone shows us how amazing the next century could be, how rapid our knowledge could move. How long is it before a telescope finds a viable exoplanet near us? How long before we win the war on cancer? And these are just a few of the things that we will unlock if we do the research that we are capable of. And when I say if we do it, I really mean if you do it, right? Because I'm old, all right? I'm almost at the finish line in some ways. I know I look youthful, but I'm actually a lot older than I look. The gray hair reveals it, okay? I'm closer to the finish line than I am the start, but you're at the beginning of this great journey. And these are the findings from your labs, from your offices, from your teams, from your students. And that's what we're here to do today, right? Is to show appreciation for you. Appreciation and recognition and celebration of all the wonderful work that you're presenting. Because research is all about helping people at the end of the day. It's about making a positive impact on society. It's about doing something to make the world a better place. And having seen so many of your presentations, I know that's what excites you. And so you're bringing a lot of hope to us as researchers and to people all around the world. And I should say that I see such great work coming out of this conference, right? I see work that is innovating in science and medicine and technology and many other fields. For example, I see great humanities and social science and fine arts and social work. And I could name every single field, which I probably should do as an AVPR, but you get my point. I see a cool work on air quality and the future of the Great Salt Lake, on mental health, renewable energy, and so many more things. And I see you challenging us at a deep level, asking big questions about what we're trying to do and where we're trying to go. And that's what you should do, because I bet we're wrong in a lot of ways, right? And I know that when you're conducting research, sometimes it feels like it's very long and that there's no light at the end of the tunnel and you're working long hours and you're finding dead ends. But I want you to persist when that happens, okay? Because some of those great breakthroughs we're gonna make, we're gonna fail a lot. And some of you are presenting findings here today where you're talking about some of your failures, right? I know the first presentation I ever gave as a researcher was just a complete failed experiment. Man, that thing failed. It was a message experiment. You would think people would act one way and they just didn't do anything at all like you would think they were gonna do. And I had to present it and I was like, I'm gonna tell you something. 0 hypotheses were supported in this study, okay? You're going to question whether I even know what I'm doing by the time I'm done with this. But that ultimately became my dissertation, unbelievably enough, that set of failures, right, that I had to present. And that's how it's going to be for some of you, right? Some of the best breakthroughs. Some of the most promising research in cancer right now is stemming from work that 10 years ago we would have told you was bust. It was a dead end. The chimera was a failure. It was a con. But now maybe it's actually a breakthrough, right? That's research. That's what makes it great. So we at the Office of the Vice President for Research are really proud of each of you and are proud to be here. And I want to thank the Office of Undergraduate Research for allowing us to be a part of this and to support it because it's so wonderful. And I want to thank all of you for being here and being part of this community. And I hope you stay for a long time. And I want to thank all of your mentors and your parents and your co-investigators who are here and those who are not here, because I know they played such a pivotal role in all of this. So I hope I get to see some more great presentations today. And thank you again for coming to this wonderful event.
I'm delighted to introduce Dr. Edén Cortes-Lopez. Dr. Cortes-Lopez is the Special Projects Coordinator for the Utah System for Higher Education, governed by the Utah Board of Higher Education, which is comprised of Utah's 8 public colleges and universities and 8 technical colleges. Please welcome Dr. Cortes-Lopez.
Thank you. My name again is Edén Cortes-Lopez. I represent the Utah System of Higher Education. And let me say this, walking into the U and seeing what I've seen so far is really amazing. All 8 institutions of higher education being here present at the U and sharing, collaborating the work that you have done as an undergraduate students. I mean, it's an amazing opportunity to be able to engage with research, to be able to have a path to research. And let me share with you some thoughts from the field of research as a researcher myself. A few things that I often think in mind, that comes to mind when I think about research. And one of them is the questions you ask. It's very important how you ask it, the who, the what, the why, as well as who is it impacting? What's the impact on my research? Not just on the greater community, on an individual level, not just at the national level, international level, but also ask yourself about the tools you're using for research. They're equally important. Often we could say that we forget about the impact of research in terms of what tools are we using to get to the questions that we're asking, whether it's qualitative or quantitative. It's important to have a critical understanding of the topic you're engaging in. Read widely, don't assume. Put every preconceived notions of what you know about your topic aside and enter it with a wide array of curiosity. The other thing that I like to say is that equity is the center to research as well. Often we like to think about equity as a matter of access. What does access mean? But also in a matter of impact, how the communities they're receiving this research, or you're doing research for, are going to perceive the research. How is it going to impact the research? Whether, again, qualitative, whether it's STEM, whether it's social sciences, humanities. So it's very important to understand that. I know that when I started as a researcher back at Oregon State, it was daunting for me to see myself as one. Because it was the beginning of being a researcher. I was asking questions. I wasn't sure if the questions were right. I didn't know if I had tools, if I had the confidence, but always lean on your mentors. My mentor really guided me through all that process. And it really sparked curiosity to continue to ask the questions that I need to ask. Not just because I was curious, because I knew it also impacted me. Because I saw myself as part of the community, as part of the group, the international community, the macro, the micro, as the one also being affected by it. So how will I perceive the research that I'm doing if I was one of the communities that was actually being impacted by it? Another thing that I like to say is that as you continue in your journey as a researcher, always read widely. Always. Often we don't think about the intersectionality of research with whatever topic you have with another topic, with a field, let's say engineering with ethnic studies. Read widely, because there's a lot of intersectionality in what we do in research. And it really helps you to understand the topic you're engaging from a different perspective. Another, I guess, food for thought I like to offer is that collaboration is very important. And it's already been said, but I cannot stress the importance of collaboration. Always find yourself in a space where you could share your research with someone and find ways to collaborate with individuals. As you continue to grow into this research identity, into this research trajectory, and you continue to go to conferences and you potentially go into a master's program, always reach out to peers, always make yourself available to other people so you can collaborate. And it's very important. And that's at least has been one of my experiences as I started my research trajectory. And lastly, one thing that I would like to say as a representative of the Utah System of Higher Education, it is an amazing work that you all are doing. Every single poster session that I saw, it was amazing. There's stuff that I couldn't quite understand, but I was amazed by the fact that someone was interested in it and that there's an impact. And that's what everyone was asking. Well, what's the impact? How can we solve this problem? What do we need to solve the problem? So I'll leave you with that. Always ask yourself the impact that your research is having, the questions that you need to ask, the tools that you're using, and always be curious about research. Thank you.
Okay, our next speaker, Dr. Thomas Chase Hagood serves as the Senior Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs and the Dean of Undergraduate Studies at the University of Utah. Since his arrival at the U in July of 2021, SAVPAA Hagood's work at Utah includes cultivating creative partnerships between the various units of undergraduate studies and other entities across the university to enrich students' learning experiences, as well as enhancing the university's national and international reputation for excellence in undergraduate education. Dr. Hagood will announce the poster prize winners today. So if you are a poster prize winner, please stand when your name is read.
Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, everybody. Good to see you here today. I feel like I've got the best speaking gig. I get to talk about the winners of research prizes here and awards, and thinking about really the accolade of folks who have looked at your work and said, yeah, we need to recognize this work. So thank you all for being here today to support undergraduate research really across the state of Utah. And on behalf of the university, we are delighted to host, and we're delighted that you're here. Evidence in educational research for quite some time has shown that participating in undergraduate research is a high impact practice with significant educational benefits. Collaborative research, as several of our speakers have touched on, alongside a faculty mentor for an undergraduate student, promotes student success. It improves educational outcomes related to engagement, persistence, satisfaction, completion, and if we think really hard about it, well, maybe not too hard about it, career readiness, equipping you with the ability to ask questions, even if, from Jeff Sherman, even if you don't get the answer you think you're going to get. Knowing that and processing that in one's career is really, really important. So undergraduate researchers represent a diversity of disciplines and backgrounds from across your universities and your colleges. And thank you again to the various supporters who have worked with and encouraged undergraduate students in the development of their research. I want to take a brief moment to say thanks to sponsors for these awards, both the Office of Undergraduate Studies and our partners in all things research, the Vice President for Research here at the U. So on to the awards. The selection process, 116 posters were submitted for UCUR poster prizes, and submissions were evaluated by a team of 100 evaluators from the U, Brigham Young University, and Salt Lake Community College. The committee was deeply impressed by the quality of posters submitted. Committee members reviewed scores and comments from the evaluators and made final award selections. Members of the poster prize committee include Associate Vice President for Research, Jake Jensen, Associate Dean Mark St. Andre of Data and Analytics and Undergraduate Studies, Associate Dean Annie Isabel Fukushima from Undergraduate Studies in the Office of Undergraduate Research, Associate Director Eli Covarrubias from the Office of Undergraduate Research, and Academic Program Manager Megan Shanahan from the Office of Undergraduate Research. I'd like to ask each of the poster winners to stand as I announce their name, but please, audience, hold on your applause until all the winners have been announced, and then we can celebrate them all at once. I also encourage you to extend your personal congratulations to any of the presenters who might have a large red ribbon on their badge or poster, as this signals that they are, in fact, a poster prize winner. So our 2023 poster winners. Best overall, Claire Park from the University of Utah. We're already Audience, we are already breaking rules. And that is okay. Congratulations, Claire. We were excited to say congratulations. So if you're a winner, you can stand. We will not applaud, and then you can sit. And then we will applaud at the very, very end. Thank you, Annie. Annie is gonna, I know, help me in our instructions. Best Health Sciences winner, Tanner Fram from the University of Utah. I liked that, Tanner. There was a wave. That's fantastic. You can, thank you. Best Health Sciences winner, Harlan Stevens from Brigham Young University. Health Sciences honorable mention, Hayden Johns from Utah State University. Health Sciences honorable mention, Kim Wilson. And Kim, I don't have your institution. Can you let us know? From Utah Tech, thank you. Best in Humanities winner, Kristen Schmidt, Anita Riddle, Sierra Schmidt, Carson Spencer, all from Salt Lake Community College. Humanities honorable mention, McKenna Goed from Utah Valley University. Best in Interdisciplinary Fields winner, Nura Mostagimi from the University of Utah. Interdisciplinary Fields honorable mention, Bryn Piper, Brooke Curry, Maureen Hammond, Matthew Grindell, all from Brigham Young University. Interdisciplinary Fields honorable mention, Caden Schroeder, Emma Blanche, Harry McKella, all from Weber State University. Best in Social Justice and Equity winner, Surai Silva from Brigham Young University. Social Justice and Equity honorable mention, Andrew Koenig from the University of Utah. Best in Social Sciences winner, Kyle Davis from Brigham Young University. Social Sciences honorable mention, Marissa Larkin from the University of Utah. Best in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics winner, Dallin Billings from Southern Utah University. Best in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics winner, Lauren Ford, Aaron Taylor, Eliza White, all from Brigham Young University. Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics honorable mention, Kay Marie Dalton from Southern Utah University. Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics honorable mention, Megan Duvall from the University of Utah. Audience, please join me in congratulating these student researchers and their faculty mentors.
You are all absolutely winners. We're so excited to see your presentations. You don't need to hear any more remarks. I'm just going to make a quick announcement to our committee. If you are the statewide University of Utah Conference on Undergraduate Research, so UCUR statewide committee, we're going to be meeting in the Beehive Room. So some of us have work to do while the rest of you get to eat lunch. So enjoy your lunch, folks, and thank you for joining us at the U.